Jack Reacher's backstory fully explained: family, military service, and why he never stays in one place. While many aspects of Jack Reacher's backstory remain unexplored in Amazon's Reacher and the original books, both have dropped many insights into his military background, family history, and past as a special investigator. Since the Jack Reacher stories religiously follow the mysterious stranger trope, there is always an air of mystery and enigma surrounding the titular character. His strong sense of morality and justice is always on full display as he sets out to punish wrongdoers. However, the show and the books avoid delving too deep into his past. Despite this, both Lee Child's original Jack Reacher books and the Amazon adaptation have gradually revealed several details about his past and the events that shaped him. Primarily through flashbacks, both have allowed viewers and readers to put together a picture of what has made Jack Reacher who he is. From Reacher's military background to the real reason why he left the service and decided to live as a hobo, the original books and the show have given a glimpse of it all. What we know about Jack Reacher's family and childhood. Many flashbacks from the Amazon series establish that even though Reacher was not in touch with his brother Joe, they were close while growing up. Being the elder brother, Joe would often be a guiding force for Reacher, helping him navigate through many tough decisions throughout his childhood. Joe also always had Reacher's back. For instance, he took the blame to ensure that Jack Reacher did not land in trouble after a bullying incident in Okinawa. Despite depending on one another as children, Jack and Joe eventually took different paths as adults and did not meet until their mother's funeral. As Jack Reacher recalls in Season 1, Joe had introduced him to the blues musician Blind Blake, whose mysterious death eventually led the titular character to the small town of Margrave. After arriving in Margrave, Alan Ritchson's Jack Reacher eventually learned that his brother was murdered while working for the U.S. Treasury Department and investigating the counterfeiting operation in Margrave. While Reacher's mother's name was Josephine, his father's name was Stan. As a flashback in Reacher Season 1 suggests, Josephine Reacher played a crucial role in shaping Jack's unwavering moral compass. When he was much younger and often getting caught in trouble, she told him he must always do the right thing with the strength of 3 boys. She eventually died from cancer and gifted Jack Reacher her father's French War Medal, La Médaille de la Résistance, rewarded only to heroes who show bravery in the face of danger. Jack Reacher's father was a Marine captain, forcing him to grow up in military bases across the globe. Given how both Joe and Jack Reacher also eventually joined the military, it would be fair to say that being raised in the military environment had a profound impact on their careers. The Alan Ritchson character started his military journey by enrolling at the West Point Military Academy, paving the way for him to serve as a member of the military police. Reacher was among the top-performing students in his class and displayed exceptional leadership and combative skills. According to the original novel's lore, Jack Reacher quickly rose in the ranks during his time in the military and received accelerated promotions. He also holds the record of becoming the youngest peacetime major. Although he was later demoted after being charged with assault, he became a major again before retiring from the service. During his time in the military, Jack Reacher earned several other accolades. For instance, he was the first non-Marine to win a Marine Corps invitational rifle competition called the Wimbledon Cup. He also won other awards, including Jack Reacher, the iconic protagonist of Lee Child's best-selling thriller series, is a character defined by his nomadic lifestyle, relentless pursuit of justice, and enigmatic past. Born into a military family and shaped by a career in the U.S. Army's military police, Reacher is a complex figure whose backstory adds depth to his wandering ways and his unique sense of justice. Understanding his family dynamics, military service, and his refusal to settle in one place is key to unraveling what makes him tick. Family background: Jack Reacher's roots lie in a life of constant movement. Born on October 29, 1960, in a Berlin hospital, Reacher grew up in a military family, the son of U.S. Marine Corps officer Stan Reacher and his French wife, Josephine Moutier Reacher. His father's military career meant that Reacher and his older brother Joe spent their formative years moving from base to base around the world, rarely staying in one place for long. This itinerant childhood shaped Reacher's adaptability and independence, skills he would later put to use as a drifter and a former investigator. Reacher's mother, Josephine, was a significant influence on his moral compass. A French resistance fighter during World War II, her strong sense of justice and resilience left a lasting impression on Reacher. She instilled in him a belief in standing up for the underdog and doing what's right, even if it's dangerous or difficult. Despite her nurturing side, she was tough and unflinching, qualities that Reacher himself would embody throughout his life. His father, a stern and dutiful Marine, also played a role in developing Reacher's sense of discipline and loyalty, though their relationship was more emotionally distant. Reacher's relationship with his brother Joe was close, though marked by contrasts. Joe, the elder sibling by 2 years, was more academically inclined and pursued a career in government intelligence, eventually becoming a top U.S. Treasury official. Despite their differences, the brothers were fiercely loyal to each other, and Reacher's admiration for Joe was clear. Joe's mysterious death in Killing Floor, the first novel in the series, serves as one of Reacher's driving motivations throughout the story, as he seeks to uncover the truth and avenge his brother. Military service. Reacher's military career is central to his character and his abilities. He graduated from the United States Military Academy at West Point, where he developed into a physically imposing figure, standing 6'5" and weighing around 250 pounds. After graduating, he became a military police officer, quickly rising through the ranks due to his strategic mind, fearless approach, and unyielding sense of justice. Reacher served for 13 years, attaining the rank of major before leaving the Army. His time in the military police shaped much of his worldview. As an investigator, Reacher honed his skills in tracking down criminals, solving complex cases, and dealing with dangerous individuals. His time in the military taught him to rely on his instincts, to think several steps ahead of his adversaries, and to remain calm under extreme pressure. Reacher's military service also made him acutely aware of the bureaucracy and corruption that can exist within institutions, leading to his disdain for authority figures who misuse their power. He became known for his unorthodox methods and his willingness to challenge the chain of command when it conflicted with his personal sense of justice. Reacher's decision to leave the military was partly a response to the changing nature of his role. The end of the Cold War brought new challenges, and the military police were increasingly involved in more bureaucratic and political matters. Disillusioned by this shift, and after being downsized during a reduction in forces, Reacher decided to retire. This marked the beginning of his life as a drifter, a man with no ties, no home, and no desire to settle down. Why Reacher never stays in one place. Jack Reacher's nomadic existence is a defining feature of his character. After leaving the military, he cut all ties to his former life. He doesn't own a home, a car, or even much in the way of personal belongings, aside from his folding toothbrush and the clothes on his back. His decision to live this way is rooted in his military upbringing and career, where he learned to be self-sufficient and never to rely on material possessions. For Reacher, freedom comes from having no attachments or responsibilities that might weigh him down. Reacher's desire for constant movement also stems from his personality. He is a natural problem solver and a wanderer, someone who thrives on new challenges and doesn't want to be tied down by routine. His life on the road allows him to maintain a sense of purpose as he stumbles into situations where his unique set of skills are needed. Whether it's helping someone in danger, taking down a corrupt system,